So here we have the BMW 435D convertible M Sport automatic on a 67 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside you can see that it's a two-door car with M Sport alloy wheels. I'll start off by showing you inside the boot, and then we'll work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as we approach the back of the car, you'll see we have reversing sensors. This car's also got a reversing camera. Obviously the roof is currently in the boot, as you can see. It's a very deep boot. You've got a lot of space back there, and obviously when the roof isn't in place, that boot space is increased greatly. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of the car, you can see it's a beautiful looking car the whole way round. Just briefly before I climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You get full leather seats, as you can see. The driver's seat is electronically adjustable with two different memory settings. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard of the car, so let's hop in and we'll do that right now. Okay, so now that we're inside the car, we're going to start off with the dials. On the extreme left-hand side, we have the fuel gauge, followed by the speedometer, then the rev counter, and then the oil temperature gauge over on the right-hand side. In the middle, we've got the total miles for this car, which are 4,893. The information that's above that can be changed using a button on the end of the steering wheel for various different bits of fuel economy information. If we back out to the steering wheel, on the left-hand side we have cruise control and speed limiter, and on the right-hand side stereo controls and voice activation for the phone. The plus and minus paddles are so that you can change gear manually on this automatic gearbox. Let's move over into the center screen. So this is where you would pair up your phone in order that you were able to use voice activation. You can see first of all that this car has got satellite navigation. This is BMW's professional nav, so it's the extra wide screen. If we go back to the main menu, everything I'm doing in terms of moving around these menus right now is all being done using the Idrive system, which is essentially this dial here. Turning that will take us through the various options. We can push it down to select things. It moves to the right, it moves to the left, and up and down as well. So within various menus, all of those controls become handy. So at the moment we are highlighted on media and radio, as you can see. Push the button down and it will show you all the different ways there are to listen to music in this car. One of which is to pair up your phone and listen to music via Bluetooth audio. You've also got USB input as well, and you can obviously listen to music via the CD player. On top of that, you've got the satellite navigation, which you've already seen. There's a full video showing exactly how this works on our website and our Facebook page, which is well worth checking out if you have a chance. On top of that, if I pop the car into reverse, you'll see that we have a full colour reversing camera with the guidelines showing you where the car is headed in relation to the image that you see behind you. Working our way down from there, we've got the CD player and then dual zone climate control. So you can adjust the temperature independently on either side of the car. Fan speed is adjustable in the middle. Once you're happy with the fan speed, the button on the extreme right will turn on the air conditioning, or you can hit auto just there, and the car will maintain those temperatures for you by taking control of the fan speed itself. You can readjust the fan speed or just press the auto button and you'll go back to whatever setting you were on previously. This car, which is fantastic for a convertible of course, also has heated driver and passenger seats, each with 3 different heat settings. Working our way down from there, we have a couple of cup holders and a 12-volt charging socket, the fully automatic gearbox, and you can change the setup of the way the car drives with these buttons down here. First of all, that turns on or off the front parking sensor, so that's quite easy. You can put the car in eco mode, sport mode, or leave it in the normal mode that it's in, and that will affect the way that the car steers, so the firmness of the steering, the accelerator pedal, and how sensitive it is. It does make a massive difference. You can also turn off traction control as well from there. The iDrive system we've already briefly touched upon, and then you've got controls that are all to do with the roof and the fact that this car is a convertible. So that's the main roof control, which we'll come back to in a moment. Ultimately, lifting the button will take the roof down as it is at the moment. Pushing the button down will bring the roof back up, which I'll show you in a minute. These two things, or these two buttons, are particularly handy. So that is turning on the passenger heated seat at the top section. So you've got the normal base heated seat, which I showed you a moment ago. This will blow air from this fan out onto your neck, and you can have that on the driver and passenger seat, and again 3 different settings for that. Let me show you the roof next. Okay, so let's put the roof back up. To do that, you just push that button that I showed you a moment ago down, and you'll see the roof start to come up. So the tailgate will open first of all, the roof will come up over the top of it, the tailgate will then close, and the roof will finish closing itself. Once that front section and rear section have locked in place, you'll hear a signal to tell you it's done. If you keep your finger on the button, the windows will all come up as well. So there's the signal, but if you keep it on the button, all 4 windows will do themselves up. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.